Every time someone says Glock is outdated, the same question comes next. Who's replacing them? That sounds simple until you realize replacing Glock has almost nothing to do with making a better pistol. Welcome back to Glockaholic 76. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like this video at the end, hit the like button. It helps us get seen by more people just like you. All these firearms are clear that you see on the table here in front of you today, and there is no ammo anywhere. Today we're talking about who could realistically replace Glock and why has no one done it yet. Replacing Glock doesn't mean winning YouTube polls. It means replacing Glock across law enforcement, military contracts, training ecosystems, part supply chains, institutional trust. You're not competing with a pistol. You're competing with an infrastructure. To replace Glock, a company would need to demonstrate extreme reliability at scale. They would have to have consistent triggers and controls across all their models. Simple maintenance, armor support, massive aftermarket adoption, and decades of institutional trust. And here's the hard truth. Plenty of companies make great pistols. Almost none can support them at Glock's scale. There are some legitimate contenders out there in the market. Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson is Glock's most realistic long-term competitor. They have massive law enforcement presence, strong domestic manufacturing, and they definitely have some improved triggers and ergonomics. But Smith & Wesson still struggles with standardization. There's just too many variants. There's confusing name conventions. This particular pistol is the M&P 40 Shield Performance Center M2.0. This is a great little carry pistol. Has the slide cuts and the ported barrel, and it has the fiber optic Christmas tree sighting system on here. It's not optic cut. This has a manual safety. There's not enough pre-release testing, which I believe results in too many revisions across the Smith & Wesson line. Some might say quality control issues. There's just too much change. Police departments, government offices, even the retail sales environment hates change. It's costly just from a training perspective, and purchasing all new accessories at scale and getting rid of the old stuff, it's just not something that a lot of agencies and departments want to do. In the last 10 years, SIG has come very close. Some military adoption, they've got modern features, a strong branding, although there have been some issues, and they've developed a strong following. The P320 controversy, in my opinion, hurt institutional confidence, also magnified a lot of the other shortcomings that ultimately may have not been under the microscope. For example, where some of their parts are made, some of their firearms had rusting issues, some of the QA concerns. It has caused some to have such a complete lack in trust in the brand. SIG may not have gotten out in front of some of the issues fast enough with the customer in mind. And the reaction to the P320 issues, some say dismissive, and SIG took a long time to get out in front of the concerns, whether they were valid or not. Sometimes it's about perception and not about truth. Fair or not, trust matters. Glocks don't give customers and decision makers that level of anxiety. Then we could talk about CZ. My good old CZ Shadow 2. It's empty, clear, safe, no magazines or ammunition anywhere. CZ makes good pistols. Excellent ergonomics, strong accuracy, and they have a loyal following. CZ struggles with availability, scale, and consistency. They win some shooters, just don't win enough contracts. Acquired Colt in 2021, the parent company has now kind of fully transitioned into Colt CC Group, and management has continued to integrate engineering, manufacturing, distribution, product development across the brands. For U.S. customers, this has meant shared operations between CZ USA and Colt, a greater focus on North American production. Some of the classic CZ models have been discontinued. Many shooters noticed that maybe some of their longtime favorites have disappeared from dealer inventories. That's a real concern because even though CZ has a solid aftermarket, you concern yourself about finding some parts that might wear and need to be replaced over time. And I'm not even getting into the competition realm of things, just for general pistol maintenance over the long term. They've gotten rid of several CZ75 variants, certain shadow models, and some of the P10 configurations, and some of the older hunting rifles that were popular for a long time. This led to speculation, especially online, that CZ was abandoning its civilian market. You do not want that. If a company appears to be simplifying its catalog while preparing updated replacements, rather than exiting the entire product line entirely, that is going to affect the consumer perception, which again is probably the most important factor. Then you have some of the other brands that are out there like Walther, FN, HK, Canik. They're all reputable manufacturers. They all have decent followings, but all are limited. None of them lack engineering capability, and their limitations are mostly strategic or manufacturing product lines themselves and the brand perception. Walther, for example, they have a small product lineup. FN focuses mostly on military over civilian use. HK, their high prices and their slow product release. Most recently, there's been some issues with them keeping up with production. The Canik brand perception, it just has limited US manufacturing. They are gaining a stronger following, probably quicker than the other brands I mentioned, just because the value that they offer. Let's face it, they've got some really great reviews on their triggers and their pistols, and that is an important piece. They all can challenge Glock locally. They can't replace them globally. Glock doesn't need to be the best. They need to be the safest choice. Administrators purchasing firearms in large quantities, they want predictability. They want zero surprises. Glock delivers exactly that. This here is a Glock 43X with the Radiant Ramjet and Afterburner with an O-Sight SE. Great little concealed carry pistol, especially since adding the Radiant. You could check out the video on that. That has really kind of changed my mind on this pistol. For Glocks to be replaced, one of two things must occur. In my opinion, there would have to be a catastrophic Glock failure at scale. Competitor would have to match Glock's reliability ecosystem at scale without introducing any risk. And that's a high bar. And no one has cleared it yet. Glock isn't dominant because they're exciting. They're dominant because they are dependable. Until someone can replace the system, not just the pistol, Glock stays exactly where they are. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more Glockaholic 76, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And if you like this video, like it. If you didn't, don't. But either way, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What company has a real chance to dethrone Glock, or is it never going to happen anytime soon? Are there more trusted or reliable pistols that maybe don't get the attention they deserve for one reason or another? Brands maybe that I didn't mention here today that are growing and have that potential? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And as always, I appreciate you watching my videos. Train smart, shoot often, stay ready. Glockaholic 76. Talk to you soon.